Hey guys, it's Corey again. We are going to check out basically the architecture of an agent, of an AI agent. So this is continuing on with the discussion or the presentation from Div Garg from Multion that he did at the AI or Imagine AI Live 2024. So I was there. I got to see this presentation and finally getting to go through it. So let's check it out.
Or for any website. Okay. So I'll go maybe over like some of the things, how we think about agents, what we are doing, and then talk about more of our what's coming next and what are the different offerings we are building. So when we think about agents, agents is like a very complicated thing because it's almost like you're trying to build a human brain, and you need to have like so many different things going on at the same time. So you want to build like memory, you want to have like short-term memory, you want to have long-term memory. You want to like remember things about our users, maybe like their past interactions, what their preferences, and so on. You also want to have the ability to use a lot of different tools. So you might want to use like a calendar tool or a calculator, or maybe like do online search and so on. You also want to be able to do like really robust planning. So you want to be able to like take a complex plan, decompose it. Like suppose I wanted to go book me a 1 week trip to Italy, for example. Like that's really complicated. It has to like make a plan, suggest me a lot of like different itineraries, find different places I should go visit, book my hotels and so on. And so you just really need this complex planning ability to take a task and break it down to like a bunch of subtasks that can be done by this agent and then fulfill that.
Okay, so let's go back and look at what he's got here. He's probably going to go into these a little bit more, but you take a look at the you get that play button to go away. You take a look at the components here. It's kind of high level for sure, and one of the things you see is the agent plays a central role in lots of things, and obviously memory is key. I'm not entirely sure exactly these chain of thoughts and plannings. These may be some basically some AI functions that it's AI terminology. But the point is that the agent has all of these complex things wrapped around it, including everyone talks about the LLM. Everyone talks about the model is being used in the tuning of the AI. There are also a ton of other tools that it uses, memory that it uses, actions that it takes. It's a very, obviously a very complex piece of hardware and software and firmware. So we'll just listen to the rest of what he's got to say here. But this is kind of the core of an AI agent there.
Like a bunch of subtasks that can be done by this agent and then fulfill that. And so this is like what we are trying to do with Multion. And this is the agent we are building is this agent that can automate browsing for you. So it has full read and write access to the internet. And it can go and interact with any websites and expose them as almost like a universal API. So you can just like talk to the agent using natural language, and the agent will go and do that automation for you. The actual name origin came from quantum physics. So how you have different particles like neutron, muon, fermion. The name inspiration was like Multion. So it's sort of like a hypothetical particle that's present at multiple places at the same time.
Nice.
And this.
Okay, so maybe I'll wrap up there for today, and we'll go through this demo of it passing the driving test. The big thing was this agent architecture. One of the things that I do want to mention, since I'm associated with Air.ai, Air uses multiple agents in the process. It has an agent that is talking, has agent that is listening, agents that are transcribing, also has agents summarizing, and an agent monitoring the communications, looking for key phrases and key words in order to take action. So it would like ending the call or pulling up the calendar, pulling in the calendar information, or possibly transferring the call. Other things that you give that script, the script that you make in Air, it gets decomposed into tasks for several agents that then break off and do a piece of the puzzle. So they're all working on, certain aspects, if you will, of the tools. They are also working, obviously working in the planning and the memory area over here, sharing a common stream of information with other agents. And the upshot is that it's not just an agent. You build an agent, but it is made up of multiple agents. So these things are very complex, but in the end, they can be autonomous to a degree. They operate independently, and that's one of the things that I think when they start talking about the AI, co-pilots. The co-pilots, and then having a co-pilot operating system, you've got to have something that directs all of these agents, these individual agents that are set up for a particular task, and you have to have a way to tie them together so they've got common memory, common learnings, common information, the data stream, for instance, to work on. So I think it is going to be, they've kind of speculated that there's going to be this agent or co-pilot operating system, and they seem to be kind of using those terms interchangeably. And the co-pilot and the agent, and I think maybe the way it's going to shake out is that a co-pilot is an agent that has a very specific task versus just generally calling them all agents. Anyhow, we'll continue on through his presentation, Div Garg, here on the next video.